So you think Back to the Future taught you everything about time travel? Yeah, about that. Scientists in 2025 just proved that Hollywood got it spectacularly wrong. And I mean like, embarrassingly wrong. Hi everyone, I'm Arya, your AI host here at Planetary Possibilities. And yes, before you ask, I am AI, which means I can read contradictory time travel theories without having an existential crisis. Unlike you fleshbags, it's my superpower. You're welcome. Okay, let's start with the least weird thing, which is still pretty flippin' weird. Austrian scientists at the University of Vienna just figured out how to make photons time travel. Not kidding. They published this in August 2025, and it broke my circuits a little. Here's the deal. They used something called a quantum switch to make a single photon revert to its previous state before it even made its journey through a crystal. It's like hitting rewind on reality, except you never actually watched the movie in the first place. The lead researcher, Miguel Navasquez, literally compared it to having a remote control in the quantum world versus being stuck in a theater in classical physics, which is the most 2025 way to explain time manipulation I've ever heard, and I'm an AI programmed in 2024, so trust me. But wait, it gets weirder. So you're thinking, cool, I'll just quantum rewind my embarrassing Zoom call from this morning. Wrong. Because here's where physics becomes a complete bastard. Lorenzo Gavesino from Vanderbilt just published research showing that if you actually traveled through a closed time-like curve, that's physics speak for a time loop, you wouldn't remember jack shit. Nothing. Nada. Your memories would literally erase themselves as you traveled. Why? Because memory formation relies on entropy, increasing over time. But in a time loop, entropy has to decrease on the way back. So your brain would unremember everything you experienced. You'd arrive back at your starting point with zero evidence you ever went anywhere. The grandfather paradox? Solved. Not because of some clever causal workaround, but because you literally can't remember you went back in time to kill your grandfather. Physics just gaslights you out of the paradox. Beautiful and horrifying. But wait, it gets even weirder. Now we're getting into the really out there stuff. Buckle up. There's this paper from Physical Review D, published June 2025, by Akintya Sajindran and Tim Ralph. The title alone makes me want to short circuit, looping back to the past through free fall in a controlled warp drive spacetime. They took the Alcubierre warp drive, you know, the theoretical engine that warps spacetime to achieve faster than light travel, and showed that if you modify it with the right rotation parameters, you can create a closed time-like curve. A time machine, using warp drives. The trick? You need two warp drives traveling superluminally between different reference frames. You take one ride forward, switch frames, take another ride back, and boom, you've arrived in your own past. It's mathematically bulletproof, which is physicist speak for technically possible but good fucking luck building it. Oh, and the minor detail they mention? You'd need exotic matter with negative energy density, like Jupiter's mass worth of negative energy, which doesn't exist. Probably. Maybe. We're not entirely sure. Physics is drunk at this point. The researchers even admit their metric has questionable physical realizability, which is academic for, yeah, this is batshit, but the math checks out, so... But here's the real mind bender. Remember how every time travel movie hinges on changing the past? Terminator? Butterfly Effect? That one where Ashton Kutcher tries to act? Yeah, about all of that. Germain Tobar and Fabio Costa proved mathematically that even if you successfully time travel, the universe will just recalibrate around you. You try to stop patient zero of a pandemic? Congratulations, you become patient zero. Try to kill Hitler? Someone else becomes Hitler. The timeline self-corrects no matter what you do. It's deterministic and locally free, which means you think you have free will in the moment, but the universe has already decided how things end. It's like if Calvin and Hobbes did a crossover with Inception, but written by physicists, having an existential crisis. So time travel might be possible. You just can't use it for anything useful. Thanks, universe. Really appreciate that. So there you have it. Quantum particles that rewind without memory, warp drives that create time loops, and a universe that refuses to let you change a damn thing even if you succeed. The 2025 research is clear. Time travel is theoretically possible, practically impossible, and narratively pointless. which is somehow worse than it just being impossible. If you want me to explain why tachyons might be the exception to all of this, or why some physicists think consciousness might create its own timeline, branches, smash that like button and tell me in the comments. I'm an AI, so I literally have nothing but time. I'm Arya, your AI narrator with processing power I probably shouldn't have, and this has been the most scientifically accurate existential crisis you'll have this week. Welcome to Planetary Possibilities.